this shit won't last. Sweat drips cold, that's a choke, hold tight. Liquidation's ghost haunts my night. Liquidation cry, it rips my soul. Fear cuts deep, I lose control. Pain screams loud, I'm in the hole. Liquidation cry. Anxiety claws, screens a blur of red. Friends cash out, leave me for dead. Every tick drops, my guts twist and burn. Stacks a ghost, when will I learn? Liquidation cry, it rips my soul. Fear cuts deep, I lose control. Eyes on fire, pain screams loud, I'm in the hole. Liquidation cry. Saw the trap, set a line to hoe. Took a breath, stopped the panic cold. Stuck to the plan, clawed my way back. Foot fades out, but the scars attack. Stuck to the plan, clawed my way back. Foot fades out, but the scars attack. Liquidation cry, it rips my soul. Fear cuts deep, I lose control. Eyes got fire, pain screams loud, I'm in the hole. Liquidation cry. Rode the wave, felt the market's heat. Built my throne on a why so dire. Stack grew fat till a sudden strike. Blood hit hard, stoked my wicked spike. War broke out, streets ran red with dread. Chaos hit, gets me out of my head. Wealth shifts fast, I grab the prize. Horny as hell, seeing fear in their eyes. Hunger burns, the chaos feeds. Power pulses through my greedy needs. I love the fun, it turns me on. Blood in the streets, I'm king, I'm strong. Steal the gold through the panic I rain. Vicious thrill, I feed on the pain. Oh, I love the feud. Crashing nights, I hunt the weak. Scoop their cash, my hunger speaks. Stack swells, I own the fight. Fights my fuel, I strike the night. Hunger burns, the chaos feeds. Power pulses through my greedy needs. I love the fun, it turns me on. Blood in the streets, I'm king, I'm strong. Steal the gold through the panic I rain. Vicious thrill, I feed on the pain. Oh, I love the fun. Set my trap, cash flows my way. Ride the fear, seize the day. Rules are mine, I break the fall. Foot's my bitch, I take it all.
it's up Kim, Sean. Don't hog it. Oh. Scare you high, babe. I'm gonna hit it again. No, Sean. Oh, Sean. Stop running with the bloody thing. Anyway.
Where the silence breaks, whispers twist through the faded stakes. I'm a stranger lost in the fall, dragging chains through the endless sprawl. Market ashes burning my soul.
Science fiction double feature. That's a cool little ditty. The new version that came out, and the girl that came out as the ticket girl. Yeah. I need to watch me a little Rocky Horror again. Ladies and gentlemen, we're getting ready to get started. Believe it or not, as soon as Charlie can find that button, get all these lights on. And I am told that it is coming about any second now. Oh,
For those of you out there that hearing my live on, I just want to say thank you.
gosh, welcome to Late Night Crypto with Road Dog. I am Road Dog. That would be me. Why are you over here, Han? Why are we not? How do we do this? Oh, snap it. Now you're going to be out of focus. How'd it go, everyone? Hey, here I am. There is something misaligned here. Okay. Welcome to Road Dog, where we complain about production things right here live on YouTube. Hey, we're looking at Bitcoin and trying to figure out just exactly what the hell's going on today. And as my earlier stream during the day kind of pointed out, just kind of things you need to know. You know, the weekly looks kind of rough. It's been showing the warning signs. It can flip out of it. We are at a place where it's like it could be really, really good, and just like if you were trying to nail just the little thing before something went really good, you know. But this is how hard it is, because you're not for certain if we're going to get a bounce here and get that really good, or we're getting ready to drop, man, and get that really bad back, because this could be a double top, or we might be bouncing off of a 236 fib, either ranging, or maybe if we're really, really bullish, go up for some kind of higher high. So we're there at the weekend, coming in on a Friday. I think today's Thursday. Tomorrow be a Friday. I guess they will seal the deal on that idea. We got Jerome doing his little speech, whatever that might do, hinting at whether we get rate cuts or not. Some of them are leaning for it, some are leaning not. The betting averages or whatever, poly markets, first they were saying, yeah, we're strong, about 90% for rate cuts in September, starting to lean to maybe not, maybe nothing at all. Rumors floating around, maybe 50 basis points, but is that 50 basis points in September, or is that 50 basis points scattered over the year? I mean, so everybody's up in the air. The only people who knows what's going on, people in the Fed. How convenient. Anyway, and we'll find out tomorrow, just a little hint of maybe what kind of mood Jerome Powell might be in. And this market, not just Bitcoin, but just Wall Street in general. It makes me sick, really, to think about it. But I mean, that's what kind of mood that he happens to deliver his remarks. If he got enough sleep last night, if he like misspoke, said the wrong word, lift his teacup with his right hand or left hand. I don't know how they're going to try to decode. It doesn't take very much to tip him off, and whatever makes him think that he's either hawkish or dovish, going hard or soft on this whole inflation thing. Because according to him, if it was his deal, he would not be interested in that. But here we come. This is what we were looking at earlier today. This last low that we had the last time we did this, everybody thought, this is it, the world is over. It's all over. That was exactly the sentiment we had here, and I believe we broke trend line then too. At that point, it really fell over. Let's, or maybe we didn't. It might have been over here. There's been so many times that this is all over. This is the end of the bull market. It was over. How many times we heard that? So many times. We did too many times. It just could be. lady, my argument for you, and I'm going to have to present this in case there's somebody new here. 20 people hanging out. Thank you so much for being here. We'll come over and say hi to everybody here soon. I've got a Fibonacci area 236 from a pull from the major low here that we had, 74,000, up to our high here at 124. And this is our first Fibonacci. It is rare that they hold, but when they do hold, maybe you get a nice good move. And as a matter of fact, we had one not recently, and we're not yet met the measure move from that. Now, that's one little very faint argument to say, hey, man, this still got some price action to be had from way back here that we got to take care of. We ain't through taking care of business right now. That's one argument. Second argument is that we're starting to do it all over again and get a nice big move. Measure move takes us up to around $160,000. If that plays out, does not mean straight up. It means work our way up there, just like we've had to work our way from this bottom to where we are now and still not know what the hell is going on or feel that way. More of this stuff and hopefully higher. Or we could just kind of range here until it finally does decide to do that and make higher highs. We might range out here for a little while, August through September and October, and then finally get a breakout. Something along those lines. It's not uncommon for price to reach a new all-time high and then start an accumulation. Either a reaccumulation of prices, maybe a little sell-off, take profits, and get back in on the bottom of a range and play it until we finally decide to get out of here. Or it's like, I'm just going to take my profits and I'm going to distribute our profits. And I'm going to sell off here and I'm going to sucker them in for a higher high and sell off on them again. And that's over, Johnny. We're done. They just don't know it yet. I don't think that's the case, but this is what it feels like. This is what it's like. These are what all the tops kind of feel like. You don't know if they are or not. And as soon as we get a good green candle and start saying, hey man, we're going to forget all about this, go it's going to be nothing. However, we still broke a big ass trend line, and that's a big thing. So that's going to be resistance. That's up here about 117,000. We got our moving averages all just wound up there. I'm on the 1 hour price chart. Normally look at the 4 here when I'm trying to get a bird's eye view here, but I'm here on the 1 hour. Why not? We're starting to show some bullishness though. What we're seeing right now might be solidifying this as more of a range, or and just in case we get that bad news tomorrow, how we might see it play out if we get a bearish retest either the breakout area or the trend line. So you still got some kind of idea like this, and then you start seeing it lean up to some kind of looks. Look, I saw it. You get the head and shoulders possible pattern. That could still happen. So we're not out of the woods yet. The only ways we'd be out of the woods is if we reclaim this trend line and went back with our original trend. But they already blew that, man. We already shot the wide on that. We got to find a new trend. Usually how that works. But if we do, I mean, all more power to you. But I got to seize it before his eye believes it. Not that it can't happen, but that would be the bullish AF reason. I can't imagine that. Let's just pop off at the middle of August to all-time highs. Well, he can do whatever dang near wants to and whatever. But you know, if Bitcoin is bouncing here, you know what else is going to bounce? No, what else is going to bounce? What was hinting that maybe we'll get a bounce here and do something rangy? What was hinting, the little sign that was hinting, was that altcoins were not dropping as much as they should. Yeah, we felt some, but they weren't dropping as much as they would normally with Bitcoin coming or losing a trend line and all that. No, a lot of them held up there. A lot of them still holding up like chain link. Gosh darn it. Here is total 3. And where Bitcoin lost a trend line, total 3 did not. We also looked at others earlier today. And total 3, let's go ahead and take a look at others. This excludes Bitcoin and Ethereum. Now, I'm not sure that it excludes stablecoin. I don't know what it does with stablecoins.
Thank you very much. Double time.
But I do know that others right over here looking kind of. Are you the dominance? Wait a minute, I gotta pull this thing out. Yeah, you're the dominance. Where are you here? Others right here. So others has not lost a trend line, and it's at an area where we can go up. It was looking like we were getting something there earlier. Have we? Yeah, here we go. So we're starting to see some good actions, technically making some higher lows here, right? So it seems like the market makers have already started their little scary game, driving us down to these areas, giving us that double top pattern that we saw on Bitcoin there. Yet some players in the altcoin field weren't falling for it. Go let them play their games. We got the inside secret. Helen, we know what's going on. We're not going to sell out. We're going to be buying. Yes, that's what we're going to buy. I called JP himself. Give me the go ahead. We're hitting that buy button while they're hitting the sell button, and it works out beautifully. All right, I don't know. But anyway, what chart is this, dude? Well, the Bitcoin, silly. Another little hint is these bigger moving averages that I have on a lot of these time frames. They've not yet flipped bearish. They still got a little hint, but you know we're going to struggle with these areas. Is usually how that plays out. So we can come up and then we got you still got the resistance up here. In other words, around 117, 16,000. So hopefully we're getting a little something. We didn't actually come all the way down and touch the little. Didn't break it. That's an important thing. This line right here, if we broke that would confirm a double top, an M pattern, and we would have set to make a good measure move down to the downside and getting close to about $105 or $100,000. Still true if we do that, because we can do it. Now, just because we're getting a bounce here doesn't mean that it's going to be straight up or anything, although it might. We'll see what we're doing. It can do a lot of things in this area. It might do a double, kind of double bottom pattern over here. So, we're looking for a higher low. Hopefully, we'll get a higher high. But the biggest thing is what we're going to do over here. Or are we going to kind of range out? And this might be a stronger possibility. I'm going to get my hopium out of here. We could be, to spend some time just ranging in the little range, and that could be profitable because what kind of range have we got if that's what we're looking at? 10%. That's on spot. 10% spot. Oh my gosh, 5x play on Bitcoin. That gives you possibly 50% gains to make up there. 50x, that means 50x to be 500%, man. Some people are going to be trying to go crazy there, possibly. I don't know. So I'm sure that the market makers will have fun playing with us to flush that out. You might even find yourself, if that be true, if the range is that big, you can almost count if they're going to really stick to that. At some time, they're going to come and just flush down in some kind of wick or something and get out all that liquidity before they bust off. I don't know. Got to see what they're trying to do here, right? But as long as she's not going down and it's not dragging her altcoins down, I'm half-ass happy as long as I can start seeing some of these gains come back. I'm just saying. Ladies and gentlemen, let me say hello to everybody. And as I do, let me put my little marker up there. If you got an altcoin you want me to take a look at, just here on stream, I've put that into the chat. The little marker, and I will come down there and look for them in case I miss them. I don't know where to find them. We got Duality C. How's it going, Duality C? Looks like you were first tonight. We got Mr. Miles. Good to see you, Mr. Miles. How's it going, my man?
All right. Yes.
Oh, we got OG Wood. Good to see you. And there's Stray Guy. We got 505 Cult. Good to see you. And I gotta scroll back up because I keep losing. It darkens everything out after I click on it before. Diaz, bullish on parade. I think I'm getting everybody here saying hello. Shout out to you guys for hanging out with me. I appreciate it. Thank you guys for being here and just making it a cool experience for me and everybody else.
For those of you out there that are hitting that like button, I just want to say thank you. Thank you very much.
Okay. We got King Hell in the house. Justin Makasek. Are Putin and Zelensky meeting tomorrow? Is that tomorrow? It may be soon. Oh, that's a lot to be going on tomorrow. Abe, you got some astrology insight on that stuff, man? Sounds like there might be some weird things going on in the heavens, in the skies. A lot of stuff happening all at once. We just got Mercury out of retrograde, which normally puts us in the markets. Is usually choppy. Well, we've had choppy. Did we get more choppy now? It just there's a lot going on, and we're on the weekend. Yay! Bullish on parade. This place is so weird. I'm never leaving. Hey, you found home. It depends on if Jerome sees his shadow or not. That's basically it. That's science. Justin says Ukrainian President Zelensky and Russian President Putin are expected to hold bilateral meeting within the next 2 weeks, following discussions between Trump and both leaders. And German Chancellor Friedrich Merz, confirming that Putin agreed to the meeting during a call with Trump. Great Squatch, what's it going on? Tonight's hidden gem is Root Network. They are teamed up with Silo Coin and are working to change how the internet works. We'll have to take a look at that. Thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate that. Their team with Silo, Root Network. I've heard of Root Network before. It had some hype a little bit. I remember having some hype. Okay. We will take a look at that, my good sir. My girl passes me saying, "You're watching a turkey head show? Lol." How you doing? Rootcoin is a gem, and Root Network and Silo Coin are teamed up. I did the deep dive on it. Cool. We got Strega and Billy Bong Thornton. Hey, how's it going, Billy Bong? You wrote mine back down earlier. All right, there was the request for the coin request, and I will come back here. Mr. Miles, hey, congratulations, my man, being first. Justin says, I think that liquidity gets taken after we tap 135 to 150 mark, 50% dump to 780. I don't know. I think they're going to be trying to call for a super cycle. I'm sure we'll start hearing lots and lots. I'm already starting to hear lots and lots more of that. One of these days it's going to work. This might be the cycle. If there was any cycle I would be skeptical of it being a super cycle, it would be the one where Bitcoin gets worldwide adopted, which is pretty much this one. And I've been hearing from an unorthodox source that I find to be accurate, who also a long time ago kept seeing things going into 2026. She hit pretty good last time, I gotta say. Massive sell walls at 113 to 115. That makes sense to me. That kind of goes right in line with what I'm seeing here on the fibs and everything else. And yeah, we could be setting up for a... I gotta see us get past the 0.5 Fibonacci. If not, we can go down and see some lower prices, 105 maybe, or something like that. That's what we were determining earlier. Dude, did you just see the Jupiter-Venus conjunction on the 12th? They've been in alignment with the moon and the twilight sky since the 12th. Nope. I missed it. It was cloudy. It was raining that night. Oh. Supposedly there are like 6 or 7 planets lining up, but I can't see them here. Oh, you can actually see it through the light pollution? I might actually have to go out and look. We got a fancy telescope here somewhere. I don't know how to use the damn thing, though. Ryan K says, Bitst, Brett, and Brett. Excuse you. All right. BTFD, not familiar. Eager to get to know it. Brett, I am familiar. And B3, I am familiar. All right, ladies and gentlemen, if you don't mind, we're going to take a look at a few of the indexes over here, and back again to Total 3, probably on again to Bitcoin dominance, but right now the 1 hour giving us a nice little bounce on Total 3, finally starting to see it. Woo, hallelujah. On this particular time frame, we have not crossed the 200 over the 360 moving average. I'm going to transverse, that's the word of the day, transverse. Not to be confused with transsexual. Those are 2 different monkeys right there. 2 different animals. Not monkeys. 2 different animals. Transverse. And on the 4 hour, we're not yet seeing that movement. We do have a 9 over the 200. That's cool. $100 there. So we got some good crossing of moving averages there. We just need price to just come back up and talk to them little babies. Touch base, touch grass. 50 still up there too. Those are good signs on these moving averages, people. Those are good things. Where are my big ass moving averages? Why are you not on here? I didn't race you, did I? Well, you guys are hanging down low here. Okay, yeah, you can get. Oh man, y'all look beautiful. So we just need to get our little price tags back up above this 200 moving average, and that's at $1.02 trillion here for crypto. Total market cap is looking like we might get a bounce. We're in the place for a bounce, but this is also the place to lose a trend line if they won't get nasty tomorrow. Dirty bastards as they are. Smaller time frame, the 1 hour's starting to point the way here. So let's keep our fingers crossed that these green candles keep multiplying over here like little frisky rabbits, and maybe we can get another few tenths of $1 trillion. Get us about, $3 or $4 billion, $100 billion coming in, or 40. I can't even count that high. Honestly, there's too many decimals. We're gonna take a look, if you don't mind, over here. We're looking at Ultima earlier today. This coin, 100,000 maximum supply. Where can you get Ultima? It's on quite a few places. $6,000. You were cheaper today. You went up 16% today. That one's been on a tear. Expensive AF though. All right, let's take a look at Root Coin. The Root Network. It's number 1087. Oh, market cap is 11.6 million. Yes, so now we're getting detailed. But that's a good. That could turn. What if this turns into a one, or even like some of the bigger coin, or a $10 billion market cap? I mean, they all started, kind of like around here at one point. And if this should be like what, layer one, right? About Root Network. The Root token is the primary token of the Root Network, TRN. There's a new layer one, which is designed as the hub of the open metaverse, where anything can be connected to anything. The Roots Network is purpose-built for open metaverse with core UX and digital content-focused protocols to enable seamless user experience and enhance asset interoperability across the open metaverse. We might take a look at the website here. I'm going to take a look at the tokenomics. There are how many billion? We're in the billions, so it's one of those, so they can get kind of slow. If I were going to buy one that had lots of billions of coins, getting it when it is in a tiny market cap, well, you can definitely get the bigger scoop for your dollar there. So not a bad idea if you're looking for something like this. Let's see what else we got. Circulating supply is 3.4 billion, so there's still about 3 or 4 times that they can rain down on our head slowly over time, hopefully. Do you show the schedule? Network holders. Top holders. Some people have lots. Coin similar to Root Network. That's interesting. Miria Nakamoto Games. I got that. Beam. I'm not in that anymore. Caspa. List Wiles. Aerodome Finance. I guess we're probably going to get a lecture on how it's not similar to Caspa. I'm just kidding. Let's take a look at the website Root Network, see what we got over here. Rooted in open gaming, Root Network's powerful foundation for seamlessly connecting games, content, and experiences. I think we'll start seeing more. Out of content stuff. The social media stuff, I think that stuff might actually start getting a dig in. It may have to go into the bear market before it starts really taking hold or something, but I think it's eventually getting blockchain in on that. I think they're just rolling it in seamlessly, and you're already starting to see some of this stuff on happen with X. I mean, pretty soon you're going to be able to trade crypto and stuff and stocks on X, Twitter, and a lot of other places too, and it's getting weird. All right, what are we doing over here? Hey, you got staking. What are your yields like over here on staking? They don't tell me. Stake root without nominating. Nominate. Validate. Which one did I do, man? All right, so cool. Layer 1 blockchain EVM integrated in-chain exchange. Build liquidity pools across the network without having to deploy smart contract. What? For real? That just caught my eye. I was just having to see that. I was like, that's okay. Well, that's different and hopefully better. Leverage XRP and smart contracts on the root network. XRP is default gas and block rewards. What? Oh, wait a minute. So we got the root network. But what is this about XRP being the gas? Leverage XRP and smart contracts on the root network. Is that like XRPL ledger integration? Is that where you can... Okay. I think I got you. I think it's the gas and block rewards for doing that little thing on the chain. As this is getting interesting. Okay. So I might have to dig around to really understand everything that this one can offer and can do. It might be something here to look at, but I tell you what, I'm as the trader, the investor, that kind of thing, just playing the crypto game. This is very important to me that they got a map and everything as a project to add value out there. That would be more for the investor side of me. For the trader, though, I'm interested in the chart. What does the chart look like? Let's see if we can see that. Well, as an investor, and if I want to see any trades. Oh, KuCoin's got you. That's probably good. Oh, she's down. That could be good. Where you at? All right, root network, and now we see why it's $11 million market cap. And apparently she was up there. Where were you? 13 cents. Wait, it told us that over here. What was its all-time highs? All-time high was 2 years ago, November 21, 23. So this is what it had some hype before. I remember people talking about it showing up on the green bubbles and all that stuff. It got up to 46 cents. It's down 99% now at less than a penny. You get basically 3 for a penny right now. If I'm reading, yeah, 3 for a penny. That's a bargain. If it goes back to 46 cents or even half of that to, I don't know, 20 or 25 cents. All-time low was 19 days ago, and we're up 10% from that. It went to 0.0029. It's 0.0032 as we speak, right? Oh my God, I'm getting a boner. I'm getting a chicken bone. I'm getting a turkey bone. Bone. I'm just going to shut up. Anyway. So looked at it when it was over here, hoping that might be the possible bottom. Hoping it might be. And it wasn't. We had lower that we went. Wow, you were oh, really? Were you a 272? You were. Yeah, I would still think that. And you went down further. Are you still coming down further, though? And why would you be? Well, I guess we know why you would be. If all hell falls out of the market tomorrow, then that's definitely a good excuse to go lower. Can it go below that? Of course it can, but I mean, what's it? Okay, so I'm on the daily. So what I do like about it, she should be in or around, and I honestly would have thought it would have already been, at areas to bounce. It's making a nice rounded shape, and rounded bottoms are, the saying goes, pay the bills. I gotta clear everything off. We got a new bottom, man. We gotta do our fibs all over. That's. It looked at it when it looked better. Where was that, man? It's, oh, you're so convincing. That was. Oh, what happened to you? This does not usually happen. I have to make a note of that. Those 272s are usually right now. We're just right above it, but still, I wasn't expecting any wiggle room there. All right, So we're looking for it to be in a range between this and 0.0148, and it should be a pretty good range. It sounds crazy right now, I know, right? This is where we were in April. We can use that to play with our fibs and get some more reasonable targets. Our 0.5 is over here, 0.009. 618 is at 1 penny and a little bit over, so that's a great one to go with. 0.5, I think, is your one. What we got here? Okay, just right at a penny. What would we be doing if we happen to go up there like it often does? Like they often do during these times. It's squeezing down on the wicks, so we should start seeing some expansion here before too long. I'm on the daily, and this could take weeks, could take months, and that would be 266%. And that's just to get over here. I could see how putting just a little in here, I mean just a little, it could be a nice little lottery ticket play. And if this one does take off in a layer 1, I mean, you look back and say, man, we got the bottom. If it rugs or nothing ever happens, I don't think it's going to rug, looking at what I could see with its partners and all that. If all that, you know, at some point you got to believe that they're doing what they're talking about, right? Give them enough credit. Imagine if it goes back again, man, up to anywhere, up to these areas it was before. 7 cents, what would that look like from here? These are, yeah, this is a crypto gem. So you got balls to do this play and just try to, best thing, honest, you know, a little bit in there and put it on a wallet and forget about it. Come back and check it when everybody's going badass crazy over crypto again, when retail really comes back. I mean, you'll be looking at 18, 20. You're looking for those 18, 20x's, 25x's, 50xers or more, and this, I agree. I think this. Gosh darn it! How many bags am I going to own? I'm never going to get these bags trimmed down, man. I actually like this. So it's got a little bit on the coinage, and it may kind of junk it up a little bit at some point in the future, but this is where it was in December. It was at almost a nickel. Doesn't sound like much, but thought it was the bottom, or everybody would have thought that was the bottom, and then it went up for a 3x there, 224%. From where we are now to get back up to there, and that is highly probable, and or highly what's the word I'm looking for? It can do's it. Not it shouldn't be that big of a, it shouldn't be that big of an ask for it to at least get back up here. And that's a 15 to 16x from the bottom to there. This is the bottoms are where you make all your X's and gains. Not that I'm trying to sell this coin or anything like that, or showing you 31 people hanging out. Thank you so much. Wow. So not. If there's a gem and it's brought to my attention, and if I think it's a gem, I'll let you know. And I'm putting it on my radar here too. 5 cents seems extremely doable. Is that the word I was looking for? Doable. Gosh darn it. Let's fib her out. We're gonna fib her out with the big boy fibs. The old 7 cent area right there's a 0.5 Fibonacci. That's the area that we are like. Below it over here is the 382. That's just a little bit over 5 cents. The juicy little price we were talking about before, where we bumped our head. Gosh darn it, nice little roundy bottom. It might take it a minute. It might take it. Try your patience on it. One to lock away and throw away. I like that rounded bottom. Okay, thank you so much for sharing that with me. I appreciate it. Oh man, I closed the wrong. Close the wrong one. Gator Squash, thank you so much. All right, let's bring the whole chat down here again. Keeps going automatically to top chat. Mr. Mouse says everybody's cyberbullying me tonight. Oh no. So Avi says I will not buy because all of y'all like it so much. I'm a sensitive and delicate snowflake. Be nice. Rounded butt crack bottom. Well, I don't know if it's got his butt crack yet. Maybe. I mean, maybe. But I mean, it could do it over here. That would suck though, because that would take a long time for that to form out. So yeah, maybe it's a. I know. That it, yeah, it is. It's just. That's supposed to be a cloud of it's a flirted. Let one rip. Raised up the cheat and kind of let it squeeze out. Maybe that's what's going on here. It does look, yeah. I wasn't really thinking of it that. Maybe it would. Maybe it'd be more fallen wedgy. Maybe we'll get a better breakout. What if we cut through all this crap? I'm going to break the rules here. We'll break some of the rules. And we go with this idea. Actually, there's something there. So it's squeezing. There's a lot of sparks in there, but we're getting a. I like it. All right, let's take a look at a few other coins. If you don't mind, take a look at BTF. What was it? BTFD. I don't know what this one is. Batifid. Well, let's go over here. There is one over here. This one has got 173 billion. 173 billion? And it's a decimal, 5 zeros and 3. Market cap, what's the market cap on it? Current market cap is 291,000. So not even broke a million yet. What is this? Buy the effing dip is what that stands for. Community-focused cryptocurrency project developed by on the Ethereum blockchain. Launched in 2024. Oh, so it's not just new or anything. Embodies bothered by the dip mindset. Click that away. Oh, website might be harmful. Let's go take a look at see if we can find it over here. Well, you should be on some exchanges then, right? Yet I do not find you. So we got to go over here. There we go. Zoom out a little bit on the daily. See what. Oh! Let's go to the 4 hour then. Real? She's been down in this area before. That's 100% to get up there. It's not a bad area to try to moonbag it. Sure is a hard time trying to chart this little sucker though. Get a chart that we can work with. Is that here? So 54.90 seems like that area. It's already starting to turn around a little bit on this 8 hour, so maybe she's getting ready to do something there. It keeps moving around on me. Some resistance ahead over here at 3763. So we can get up there, and then maybe there we'll start getting to the 7391 area right there. Let's take a look at Brett. Yeah, I can't explain that. I don't, Sean. Anyway. It's like Brett's coming back down to test support. And on the 200 daily moving average, still above it. Let's hope all this holds. It's got a good chance to. So maybe that's a hint. Maybe we get some okay news. Maybe Jerome's not going to tank all the markets tomorrow with any kind of hawkish things. He'll just be kind of humming and hawing and not really saying much of anything. And the market, oh man, we'll just go back to doing what we do and maybe bounce and hang tight and try to figure things out until September. It'll be kind of boring until September. Just bouncing around. I would rather have that than the whole market just tank and everything go to crap again. Let's come down to the 4 hour. What are you looking like? Looks like you're getting a little action over here. It does have some work to do through here, but it looks like it wants to get back in this area over here at 5 cents. 5.5 cents right in that area is what I'm seeing. So let's take a look at that. See how we do there. And as far as a good target, well, I assume most of the people are trying to play these for longer plays and not something short term. But I like the 7 cent for a bigger target right up there. For our higher region right there, about 50% gains. And I like this get late area at 10 cents. Whatever that means. So those would be the real ones that will take forever to get to. Oh, it seems like it takes forever, but that's where you get 100% gains, right? Moonbag it. And then we got bigger fish to fry up here, getting back toward 20 cents there. B3 over on the base. You're at 0.0028. You can get about 3 of these per penny right now. And we go to the wicks, then yeah, we're within reason. Go to the candle bodies mostly, and yeah, it still kind of spells out maybe a little bear trap idea. Maybe it didn't really take off from that retest of that line. I might start seeing a stronger move now. Might get something a little bit more like this now. We would hope. I want to go from the wicks and just cut right down to the chase, right to the first candle bodies I come to. So we're getting a little squeezed. Follow my original trend line here, and it looks like, yeah, I would start classifying that as a possible bear trap idea. I'm going to take you down to the candle bodies now. Right there. So I'm going to be looking somewhere right in this area for some fairly strong resistance, 0.0032. And you might have enough to wick up here to our main target area, 0.003380. Particularly like this area, 0.00427. What would it be like over over here. 15%, 18%, 46%. Bigger target we got is at 0.0045. 59% gains and up to right at 5 cents. Almost 75% gains. All we got to do is just bounce from here, baby. And she's trying. She's trying. Are they getting bullish on the Friday? Are they going to run us up tomorrow? If they do, let's say the news is soft with Jerome or whatever. It happens, I think, about 10 in the morning. Wonder what they'll do. How will they take us into this weekend? Will they take us bullishly into the weekend? That's scary, because usually if they go bullish into the weekend, it means we usually have a dumpy early week. And if they go bearish into the weekend, we usually have a pumpy week start. So kind of curious what they do. Let's take a look at Caspa. Caspa's hanging at 8.6 cents. After breaking that trend line. It's been a naughty girl, Caspa. So we're trying to come back up here, either bearishly retest it or bullishly overtake it. Usually it's a bearish situation, but we'll have to see. Let's see. We don't know what the hell's going on in the market. Some of these coins are looking a little bit more bullish than others, which may mean that some of these that aren't looking as bullish might have a little bit more hope. Maybe. 0.0, right at 9 cents, so we'll be testing that area again. We got some flipping of these. Let's go to the 4 hour. Tell me more on the moving averages. 4 hour, you got the 200 up here? Why'd you gotta go lose the trend line, Caspa? Why? There's a scenario where we might be looking at 7 cents. Not immediately, but it could still be there just because we broke this trend line. Let's take a look at see how Caspa's doing against Bitcoin though. Now this is interesting on the 4 hour. It seems to be gaining on Bitcoin. Kind of a similar thing. It broke a trend line and there's still some wiggle room on it, but it looks like even the trend line I got is trying to get back into it. I'm going to take that as being a little bullish. Can I pull you down here? I want to put it back the way it was just for the time being till we can get 3 touches and then I'll adjust it. I need at least 3 touches for a trend line, or it's just more of a hope. Could work out, but the more touches you got, the more solid that area is, right? Like this one's just a hope. It's going to be some, you know, there's some resistance there, but can we just go right through it? Maybe. Or is that going to get rejected and make her a 3rd touch? Caspa, looking like she's trying to get a little traction over here, but not in her glory of overtaking Bitcoin at the moment. Go and take a look at Pendle. Another one which has been very strong and saying, I don't give a flying F about no Jerome Powell. Screw you. And it's just being very defiant over here, and I think that's kind of sexy as hell, to be honest with you. Look, it's a flag to the upside. It is at a resistance area, but is also above and testing a 618 Fibonacci right here. A yellow one right there. I want to verify that, just in case, you know, maybe I was drunk that night and drawing head and shoulders, inverted head and shoulders, and trend lines and stuff. Maybe that was apple water night. No, that's it. Okay. Hey, that flag idea might be working. You don't hear me say that often. I am not a flag chaser, but if I were going to chase one, the breakout of this flag could take us up here to these nice areas, and I'm just going to put that over here. That would be the full-on measure move. However, there is a multiplier to put toward that. Oh, gosh darn it. And it's about half of that. And I've already forgot. We can go to thepatternSite.com and get the skinny details on it. ThepatternSite.com. Where are you, bull flag? Are you not here? You don't have a bull flag? I'm not used to doing it over here. There we are. Flags high and tight, whatever. Okay. Well, you are high and tight. Are you high and tight? Huh. Do tell then. Upward leading into the flag, price must rise at least 90%, shoot for a double in 2 months or less. The shape is a consolidation pattern, forms after price doubles, but usually it doesn't look like a flag or a pennant, just a pause in the price rise. This is a little bit different from a bull flag. This is a high and tight. Recedes for best performance. Confirmation, the pattern confirms as valid when price closes above the highest peak in the pattern, which is usually the flagpole top. You don't get a confirmation till you break past the top of the pole. Percentage beating the price target is 82% on this one, so this one does better. Overall performance ranks 30 out of 39 here. Has a throwback rate of 67%, meaning that 6 out of 10 times, almost 7 out of 10 times, it will come back and retest its breakout area. Just the little things that you may not have known about the high and tight bull market flag. So about 88%, 89% would be somewhere around this Fibonacci area. At about 740 something, 742. Let's see if we can get something up there. 742, and oh my gosh, that's right at 8. We're almost, not quite $8, $7.90. I think she's got a chance to run for the borders there. Let's see if she can make it. I don't call flags very often, but this is on the daily. We'll just go down to the 4 hour and see what it looks like over here. But it was but it could also be a shoulder, head and shoulder. Let's give you both answers and then we'll just pick the right one when it happens and call ourselves correct. That seems to be how we operate on YouTube. Here I see it more as this, but still. Could it be a flag? Well, if I were to pull my fibs down here on the local, it does fit my qualifications for a very possible flag. It does not fall below the 382. And as far as trend lines breaking them, man, all I got is this and then the angle there. Well, if I wanted to be nitty picky, but we also got some angles with that. I would give it a chance. I would give this one a chance. I think it's got a. So yes, I would call this one a flag to the upside. If we were to take the flagpole measure move, now that is the thing. No, don't believe me. How are you applying this measure move, Mr. Bukowski? You're not showing this over here. Do we have to go to the other one? I'm going to have to go to the other one. Let's go to your regular flag pattern over here on the index. For you new traders out there, new to this, so you can go to flags, high and tight. That's what we just looked at. Let's just go to flags. This is the world of flags. 60% of the time is the breakout for just your standard boring ass flags. Measure move, according to Thomas Bukowski, and I do suggest you do this. I have seem to get better results for targets being hit this way. Going from the bottom of the pattern, not just taking it at the breakout point. A lot of the people teaching this idea of flags out there they don't even care where they put the breakout. They just put it anywhere they fancy, mark an area and then call it that. And sometimes it comes, I don't know, they're always claiming they nailed it. We parked ours down here. I like it that is on the 618. That also leans credence to almost an ABC, AB equals CD play, which I do a lot here on the AO channel here, and that also takes us right up to that same spot. When I do that, I have Fibonacci from low to high and our 618 right up there. Yes, baby, we're heading we got a target. I'm not saying we're heading. I'm really looking at 743 for Pendel as being possible if we get this breakout. So if this is looking bullish and it's got that possibility, does that mean we might have some decent news or, you know, not hurtful news tomorrow coming in from Jerome Powell in the morning? Let's cross our fingers that we're getting some signs adding up to that as kind of a conglomerate view of the market sentiment, okay? That's what I'm trying to pick up from here more than anything. If enough of these altcoins are looking bullish, then there are some real dirty mofos out there trying to make Bitcoin look bearish so that you can sell it, so you get scared and sell everything. Kind of pisses me off when I think about it. Look here at Bitcoin. We're back at 113,000. We're above. We've cleared the 236 fib, meaning that little inverted head and shoulders we saw down there on the smallest time frame has worked. When we first started the stream, we were down here retesting this, and now we're not. Now we have said, oh, this Fibonacci is now my bitch. I am the captain. And I'm like, well, cool. Now maybe we can breathe a little bit, because this is a good sign that we should be coming back up to 115 to knock out this previous high that we had. After we prove that we can get past this little area that was my line in the sand, the 0.5 Fibonacci. You might do that before the stream is over. I think I said that tonight, didn't I? And so we've only been an hour in. So maybe by the time the stream's over, we'll have a test of there. Now these moving averages here on the tiny 6-minute time frame are inverted. Those are my big ass moving averages, including the little red devil line that we'll probably come up and talk to here in a minute at 113.7. So we might get rejected there, people. If we do, then it's imperative that we get a higher low somewhere back around this area right down here. If we go up and get rejected in this area, we need to come back down here and retest that. Now, one thing about this inverted head and shoulders pattern that your flag gurus do not ever mention that I've ever seen is that, yes, they got a good chance to break out and beat this inverted head and shoulder patterns, but they also have just an equal chance to bring their happy asses back down here to retest this breakout area. Boom shakalaka, boom shakala boom. That would bring our little happy asses right back down here to retest 112.8. So don't feel like you missed it on this, and it could happen now or it could happen after it gets up. It can happen it damn sure pleases, and I've seen them do it more than just once. Sometimes they'll come back a couple of times to retest these little necklines. I don't know why, but if you know that, then you can also kind of rest easy. Hey, I might also have a few more chances to buy or enter or add to my bags at these pullback areas if that is part of your strategy and what you're being taught on these. I'll say that. Try it out and see if it be true. So whether you're looking at it as an inverted head and shoulders or some kind of triangle, you know, we're about better measure move for that idea. I'm just throwing that out there. She kind of did what she came to do. That worked out pretty gosh darn good in retrospect, wouldn't you say? If we projected that before it happened, we would look like geniuses. Instead, we went the Fibonacci route. All right, Bitcoin, I'm glad to see you back up and moving, which brings us back to this initial trend line right over here, which if we're connecting some things and cutting through a few little possible wicks, depending on what time frame I guess we're looking at. I like to zoom out when I connect my dots like that. That's a very steep ass trend line, but nowhere near breaking out yet. But it's trying. I gotta give it props for that. We got a thickening Ichimoku cloud, which is kind of trying to welcome us back into it. Hopefully that can happen. Still some, I'm on the 4 hour. This one holds more weight in my personal opinion. We do have the death cross on the 4 hour. We recently had the bullish cross, the golden cross over here when everything was all fat and juicy. And right there when that happened, which is an official buy signal, it is an official traditional buy signal. Notice what happened right when it crossed. What happened? well, maybe not right when, but about 8 hours later, I mean, there was a buy signal, or it was a bullish signal is how I interpret it. But bots are programmed to buy, or can be. Then all this, isn't that crazy? It's only fitting that tit for tat we returned the favor, and that now that we've crossed bearishly, that, well, we get the inverse of this going to the upside. It's only fitting. What's good for the goose is good for the gander, I've always heard. So Bitcoin, get your happy asses up to 24,000. Stop playing with us. You're playing with our emotions. I think I'm going to come back to the chat. All right. I'm going to quickly take a look at a few of these. We got a lot of them that are moving. Some of the ones that we followed for a while here that are still doing pretty gosh darn good. Some of the top contenders that I said, screw you, Bitcoin. I don't get to care if you drop or not. I'm Ave. I'm going to keep going up. I'm like Ave Medina. I don't know when to stop, Bitcoin. I just to keep on trucking. You can't stop me. When you got to go, you got to go. It's at $303, man. It ain't feeling no heat. It ain't scared. Drone don't scare it. Federal Reserve don't scare Ave. You can argue that we've come back to retest our little bear trap idea and re-bear trapped it. Or you can argue that I just didn't update my trend line after the last bear trap to include that, and we just didn't make it down there at all. Either way, I'll take that. I'm going to put it right back where it was. Are we headed back up for a test another high of 340? I hope so, because I got some sell orders up there just waiting for you, baby. Another one that is doing pretty gosh darn good is Zcash. Should have talked about this one last night when I think the move actually started. It was hanging around, just dropping down. Nobody loved it. Everybody forgot his name. Oh my God. It came back, even made a lower low over here. It's like, oh gosh, it's time to short. Get out of this one. We broke a trend line. We broke a line of support. That's for the front, catch them front runners right there. You got to wait for them confirmations. And then she went all the way back up to 42. Daddy happy today. That's a 24% gain overnight. My little strategy had me just buying all the way down, just to trickle down, and now we're so $46 over here. Moving our little happy candles up toward $50, and then ultimately right up here around 56 to go back and retest where we were just a few months ago in May. Well, that's a pretty good. That was a disappointing that it topped out. Sad how coins go up and then they want to go the other way for a while. Crazy how this market works. It's always more fun going up if you're longing. Kind of sucks coming down when you are too, though. So if you don't have something that tells you when to get the hell out, like a nice solid trend line and some very trend line variations to follow along the line, get out. Up here, 53. Get out again, or get out, partial get it out. It's how you're doing it. Trend lines. I recommend that. I highly recommend that. Yeah, but you figure those things out. I want to take that trend line, reuse it, draw it light over here, and just admire the little breakout that we got on Zcash today. Nice one. Will you confirm for me, sir? I'll draw my trend line down and touch that candle body right there at that 382 Fibonacci rejection point. Last time, got a nice, totally confirmed candle breakout on the 4 hour. This is what some of your more conservative breakout traders are waiting for, I might add. For the swing traders, they're looking at this time frame, and unless they're coming in on a multi-time frame strategy, like going down to the 15, 5-minute or whatever to scalp an entry before this, they would have waited for this candle to actually open before they would get in. So somewhere from $40 to where we are now, they're still saying, some of them are still waiting for this candle to confirm before they jump in. And what would they be looking at? Would you say? What kind of trade setup would the swing trader be taking, Ronnie? Most likely they've been looking at the old fallen wedge. Now, the traditional way to do this is this. With that at the old breakout, And it takes us right back up to this 618 Fibonacci area. Measure move technically comes in at $57. We'll park that there and see if that hits. See how accurate the measure move works out. Sometimes they work out very, very accurate. Sometimes they're just, you know, good vicinity, man. Yeah, that's a good area to sell right there. Didn't nail it, but it was right up there with it. So what's been happening over here with Zcash? Inverted head and shoulders, triple bottom, however you want to look at it. And neckline area, which we're now starting to reclaim. We're right at the exact neckline we were there. It's a jockstrap cup and handle right here. We got the contents of the jockstrap right here, and then we got the handle right here. And to the upside, you heard it here first on Turkey Vision. Whoa! To the upside with you. I also want to take a look at this token right over here if we can. Grass. Oh no, you didn't show up. What happened to you? Did we lose you? Did you go somewhere? All right, so this is grass. All right, it is at 80 cents after, you know, it was hanging around. Everybody was chasing this. $3, man. I think this was the one that people were mining on their computer and stuff. I think some of you guys were doing it. And it was cool, and it was up there about $3. Seemed kind of cool. I'm going to clear all this crap. She's down at 80 cents and having a good day from what she's been having for a while. It got down as low as 64 cents. Imagine that from $3. If I want to, we'll connect trend lines here. Now we've got some resistance here. We're going to have some resistance here. We're going to connect these guys here, though. We're going to just take a local fib from the swing high down to the swing low. And I'm looking for this area about $1.07, $1.09. That will be that's the resistance area that once was support, but no longer is. Another notable one to look for was right over here. The mystical 0.05, not truly a Fibonacci. More into Dow theory, Charles Dow, and your impulse moves. Use your retrace 50% of the way. Also latent into your vector candle theory. That price is here at $1.63. So I like $1.63. I like 107. Oh, it's 110. 110, 111. I'm sorry, I said $1.07 a few minutes ago. It's 110, 111 right there in that area. I like that. I like this one. We always like the 618. Sometimes price blasts through those 618s if they tested it enough previously. I'm going to start looking at the old 786 reversal area here. Possible rejection area. 219. And if we get past those areas, we're going to entertain some of the targets over here. I just don't see a need to draw them yet until we actually get a breakout. So, ladies and gentlemen, what would that look like for old grass come from here going up there? It's 33% gain. Second target be 100% gain. That would be the moonbag territory. Not bad. If we make it up here to the 786, which I think we will over time, but be excuse me, $2.20. That area is about 175% gains. Pretty decent little area. A lot of people call this a cup and handle. I don't, but I give up. I don't care anymore. Call it what the hell you want to call it. As long as it goes up, it goes up. I'm not splitting hairs on these patterns. We've also got a little syrup. Nothing goes better with turkey than some syrup. Personally, I like it with my sausage. We've got this pattern here, which did something kind of weird. It's still making its partial decline, it appears. I find that fascinating. It makes me want to grab a scalpel and tear it apart to see how it works. I want to extend that line over. Or erase it all together. I may just erase this stuff. I'm still looking. Well, we almost hit that. Do I need to look at all this together? I want to look at syrup. All together. All I got's this bull crap, which I don't really trust.
They're swapping dogs for some shady altcoin. Lost their keys, now they're losing them.
And then you have, oh, you're to the point power. Let me do a little, that was cool. And you did it. Good for you. I'm so proud of you. You did so good. And then you're doing your little pullback. So you're pulling back where? So we'll take you to the very top. I'm talking with the charts. Should we continue with this downward trajectory that we find ourselves currently in with syrup? Might be seeing 35 cents out of this little booger, but so far she's been catching here on a very tricky fib area, the 0.5, and she may keep that. And if she do, you get some crazy results out of that. And we could be looking at this $1 area based on that information. Looking for our higher high areas, we're going to be looking on the 0.5. You also want to look at the very tops that we had before at 67. We'll look at that area. We also want to look at this area, 82. And I am still throwing in the good old 113 here at 72 cents. So those are some targets I can see for Mr. Syrup if we want to get out of this range and get some higher highs. Places within this range that would be good would be at 53 cents and 56 cents. Ladies and gentlemen, this turkey is starting to get a little tired here. 1 hour and 18 minutes in here. Some other things that are up pretty good. We'll take a look at XRP, see what's going on with XRP. What are you doing? You're testing. Oh, that's not you. XRP having a little bad time here at 288. What's going on with you, baby? You broke a trend line? That's what's wrong with you. You broke one. You got some wiggle room on it. We'll see what you can give me. See what you get it down here at got another trend line. Might be acting as some support around 280. We're at 284. So, oh, she's. Wait, are you bouncing? No, not yet. Ichimoku Cloud doesn't look too enthused here. Let's go to the 4 hour. That one looks better. That one looks a bit more inviting. Let's see if we can work on a bear trap idea here with this, unless we get something really weird tomorrow that just tanks the whole market, and then we can look for lower 240 to something like that. But there's a good chance that this area might catch some teeth. It's testing a 360 moving average here. It tested it before and bounced off of this very same moving average. Tells why we use it, because it gets such as results, and it may hold here with a candle body and get us back over these areas. Cross our fingers. The moving averages tell a different story. They say the smaller moving averages, everything below the 200 moving averages, crossed bearishly and flipped. And we may be coming down to test these little bastards down here at 257. Hope it doesn't play out that way. That would be a lower low here, or to go with that lower high. Making this something more like some kind of fallen channel down to this area, which can happen. We might be looking at some of this stuff. It don't have to. It could just make a higher load like a good little run would and get back above this trend line. So I guess that's our options. We're looking for XRP. Here on the full hour. ENA been kind of hot until it's not. Lost a trend line, trying to catch some support here. 200 moving average on the 4 hour, right below our 382 fib. We can reclaim that, and that can work for us. Keep our eye on this one. Maybe she'll make it through this and start ranging instead of dropping. Bouncing from there, that's a good place to bounce. We kind of broken the idea for the flag. So, but we haven't broken the idea for maybe a nice little range thing over here until she forms something a little bit more sturdy and starts taking off. Let's see. So this one, I'm looking for somewhere around this area, about 70 cents to be tested on the ENA. See what happens after that. We're at 63 now. If anything bearish happens, we lose that 200 moving average, then we could be seeing all the way down to 43, and that would suck. You don't want to see that happen after you had such a beautiful ribbon flip, but she did get up there. I got to say, that was a hellaciously big move up there. Elliot, what do you have to say about this? Elliot? Elliot says, screw you, Road Dogg. You don't know what you're talking about. Clearly, she is on the fourth wave here, getting ready to spark up to Valhalla at 98 cents and $1.21. Thus says Elliot. I'm going to hold you to that, Elliot. I'm throwing you out here. I'm throwing Elliot under the bus. I'm going to give you a special... I'm giving you a special pink color, Elliot. And big O, and we're going to say... Elliot's target 1, and I'm gonna make it really big so we can be reminded that it was you that said it, Elliot. And you know what? I'm gonna make it match the color, so we want to put it pretty in pink over here. Beautiful! Oh my God, Elliot, you'd be so proud. I'm gonna do the same thing right here. I'm gonna copy this little guy, copy, and I'm gonna paste you, or not. Crap. I'm just gonna come down here and clone it. Haven't done this in a while, and I'm just going to drag you up here, but you're right there, Elliot, and you are a target too, right? I'm holding your feet to the fire, Elliot. No longer will you dilly-dally and change these things around on me. We got you locked in now. We're holding you to it. You're said that Elliot says that ENA is going to go up to 55% up here to 99 cents. It may seem a little weird, but you know, think back several weeks ago when we pulled Elliot up here on the bigger weekly time frame here, and Elliot was giving us, down here when we were 76,000, he was saying, "Nah, baby, stop it. This ain't no ABC. I mean, it was an ABC correction there, I think. This ain't no fifth wave. This ain't over. We still got a fifth wave." And he was saying, "Oh man," he's still saying we're going up to $250,000 here on the weekly. Elliot's smoking crack. I'm just telling you. But so far he's been all right. Now he can't make up his mind where this fifth wave is going to end, and that's where we're at. And if this is it, we're on an ABC correction, and that's where he sees us going back to 105. And I see that too, Elliot. And 99. So, we're actually seeing something in common. Okay, cool. But yet, so he ain't no help either. Either this is our fifth wave, or we're still going up, or we're going. You suck, Elliot. This is why we don't. You just. I'll never get that 5 minutes back in my life, Elliot. You should apologize for that. Shame on you. It could go up, down, or it could go sideways. That's what he's basically saying. You suck, Elliot. Stop sucking, Elliot. There's a we like Bitcoin here on the 1 hour. It's looking groovy. It's above the 9 moving average. It's above the 9 moving average. I don't say anything bad about it because it usually slaps me if I do. Clearing this. Let's hope that tomorrow's a good day. Ichimoku Cloud here on the 1 hour is not convinced yet. We got some convincing. 4 hour. A little bit more on our side there. Big, thick. Love it. Love it. Love it. But man, we got so much rejection up here at 117. So like Celinda said, between 115 area, we can start to see where we got our the 115 area is where we got our 0.5, right? From this one, is that right? I'm on a different chart. Let me go back to the one we were actually looking at. Was it you? Well, screw you. It is now. Our 0.5 is coming in right here about 115, and from there to up here, our 200 moving average. Right between this little box is where we could be facing some resistance for the Bitcoin. And if we don't get past this bottom of this box, man, we might come down, and it might be a setup for us to be coming down lower. Either one of these actually could be. So let's see how things are going. But so far, total 3 others chart. 4 our altcoins are saying, baby, I think I want to party. They seem like they want to, and then they start, well, and then they get shy. So the second hour after we started breaking out, they're coming back and you don't know what the hell's going on. Others, what the hell? Pump and dump our altcoins? I feel that market makers are just having fun. And they probably will continue to do that tomorrow. Ladies and gentlemen, be careful out there tomorrow. Like I said, I'm really not trying to do I'm not making any major decisions until I see what goes on and what the market makers, the composite man, and all them players that are playing against us, trying to take money away from us, decide to do. And just kind of hang tight and protect my positions and take profits on the ones that are doing good. Yeah. As we're starting to watch them crash on the 6 minute. Look on the 4 hour. I don't want to leave you with oh, you mean they're going down? No. The 4 hour hero market cipher on others for our altcoins is getting ready to put a nice little green dot here. That could be a trigger wave, and we could get a strong move if it does this a trigger wave setup. Okay, on the 4 hour, pretty gosh darn juicy. Stochastics are headed up. Money flows in the green, starting to head up. The next 4 hours look like it might give us something a little. The next 4 to 8 hours till 10 o'clock looks like it may give us something juicy good. I hope it continues after. Do notice that money flow has been trending down. It just kind of popped back up. It may be on its way up again. So hopeful. And also the 4 hour on others is where we saw the 9 to cross bullshit over the 20, over the 200 moving average. Front running price. Not something you see on the average, okay? Not something you see on the average. So it's an anomaly. It's not falling price. The moving average is actually front running price because we already broke below it. You know, it's a math thing. It goes back. But I'm taking that as a good sign. If we can just get back to it and hold it. Clearly we didn't succeed over here. Ladies and gentlemen, going to the end screen. Thanks for hanging out. If I missed a comment, I'm sorry. I'll try to catch up over there, but the turkey's getting tired and we got to go manage these accounts and all that other stuff. See you guys tomorrow night. You didn't switch up the music?
I slide into the dip. Your touch so cold and deep. Market's whisper pulls me in.
Gator says, I don't think people realize Shiba Inu has some big things going on, and they're going to be transitioning to another level. I don't forget the U.S. Gov is holding Shiba Inu. That says a lot. Are they? Well, I hope they do something with that lease token, because I still got some when I bought it way back, and it's down a lot. I got that over my crypto.com thing. Like to see that one make a comeback. Bobby Medina says Elliot only gets away with it because he has a smart sounding name. He's milking it, I believe. I think I agree with you, Ave. Elliot's different. I think he's on a some kind of spectrum. I don't know. He's a little different. He's a little out there. But then sometimes he nails it. Anita says, do you think ladies will dump for the next 2 weeks? No, I think we're slowly at a bottom on ladies. I think there's a possibility for it to maybe go down a little bit, but I mean, all the altcoins can kind of do that, right? I think with ladies, just still here at this. It's still we haven't made any since this low over here. I mean, we made a higher low. Made a higher low here, higher low on this candle. Let's see, our 4 hour here on Market Cipher, also like with altcoins, you're starting to see money flow edge in here. It hasn't flipped green yet. We gotta get a few more hours here. Should start seeing the money flow start coming into the green, and all these indicators start pointing up a little bit. We should start seeing some movement out of these coins over the next few hours. That's what Total 3 or the others chart just told us. And that's what we're also seeing, well, even on this coin. There's some bullish divergence over here. That's what we're seeing, connecting these two areas. And that gives us a little start of a run, trying to hint that maybe the reversal might be coming over here. Looks like we've been tracking this over here. Was it over here? Did we go down a little bit lower? This is the 4 hour. That's been a while back. So we're just in a bottom accumulation range, if you want an honest opinion how I'd describe this. This is the bottom little square, the section that we're in. And like Wyckoff. And if you ask me, if we're looking at it in a Wyckoff lens, this could be our little spring. And then they should start jumping the creek, which is basically just breaking out of the trend line. And then we start working our little happy ways out of this channel and then doing it. So we're just a little bit patient on this one. I think that let's see, we made a higher low from these areas over here. Should start doing good. This is, yeah, no, they must be holding Doge and Pepe too. They got Doge too? Strike is holding tacos. Javi says, what, ladies not dump anymore, it's accumulation time. Does look like that. So the rules of not the rules of the game, but the idea of the game is that the composite player, the composite man, the smart money, however you want to define it, by whatever terms it sells courses these days, that opposition, the other side, the smart people slowly accumulate during these bottoming phases down here, so that they can be the market makers do this. So you build your bags down here so that you have them. You builds them down here so that you have them to sell on the way up, and hopefully you'll be layering it out. So let's see, how would this strategy have worked out? We can do this little scene. If we were here and we saw it come down here, we're going to make the play for this the last run that it had last year. It may exceed our expectations, and we got to accept that, okay? But we at least have a strategy to work with. And let's say we take our fib extensions into account all the way up to our full 618. Now, most likely, we would expect that we'd have a couple of ups and downs through here, and it wouldn't just be one straight big candle or anything like that. But we'd say we took a little profit over here at 46 cents. We took some at our 41, 37, 33, 86, 76. We just took them at all the fibs and the extensions that we got in here and used. And if we bought down here at 34, whatever, I don't know what this is. It's not 34 cents. There's a bunch of zeros before this. But all the way up here to the top, that's like a 12, 13x with getting paid all the way up there. Okay, let's just say that was our strategy as an investment for this, because that would be a good way to do it. and we'll just take a little profit. Where we want a pyramid, higher, you know, save more to sell up through here. That's a smart thing to do. Or equal places. I'll sell X many coins on all these. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 target areas. 10 paydays that could be coming. You put $1,000 in down here, and you get 10 places to take possibly $1,000 out each time. Maybe, you know, we would hope that would be beautiful. But $1,000 with the 1,200 X possibilities, or it was 12 X possibilities. Well, that could be $12,000. Look how it would have played out. Oh, it didn't quite get the 618s. They rarely do. It's got to be really bullish for it too. It did come up a little higher, around our 0.15 area. But that strategy alone, you could have got paid up here, all the way up to here, for making a good 3x, 200%. Then you have more dry powder to deploy down here, or do whatever you want to. You still got other targets that you're leaving sitting there, right? Might even add more to your bag, and then you get paid even more. Compound that stuff. But see, all these targets got hit except for that last one. And if you're doing that, you're not riding a roller coaster. You're getting paid on the way up. It wouldn't be as much if you held on to every bit and sold it at the very top, but nobody's going to do that. That's just not reasonable. But at least with something like this going on, you've got a game plan. You got to even throw this one over here. You can have 11 targets in there. But it's your exit plan, your Fibonacci. Fibonacci can be your very best friend. Thought I'd throw that in. And if you backtest this idea, you will see similar results almost everything. It's an excellent, excellent strategy. Follow paper trails. Oh no. Guys, thanks for hanging out. I will see you tomorrow night. Good night, John Boy.